Yeah.
Might have that. We don't want that. We only win big trophies these days, Jake. Apart from 2 free kicks against Real Madrid, apart from that, I don't see what he brings for you. What does he? I mean, he doesn't produce for England.
Like, well, you didn't think Nottingham Forest were gonna shoot up like they did.
Came in and didn't win nothing for yeah, but Klopp did it the same. Klopp came in and
Yeah,
didn't win anything. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to One Way Football's Match Week Madness, a brand new show that we're bringing back to you. And I'm going to be talking about every topic that we can think of off the top of our heads. I'm going to be asking our little pundits. I'm going to call you pundits. I would like to think that we're pundits on this because we're probably better than the ones that are actually doing their job on Sky Sports or TNT, to be fair. But I'm joined here today with Johnny and Edward Nash. How you doing, guys? How are we, Johnny?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, everyone all right?
Yeah, you good?
I'm all good.
Ed? Yeah, good.
I bought the new shirt, and as my name says, M1014. That's on the back.
See, now you only did that because I did it.
This has been on my list for a long time.
Did you get that from the Disney shop, Edward?
No, I got it from Arteta'S.
Oh,
although it's not far off. It's not far off.
Johnny coming in there with a dig straight away.
Jesus. 4 years and we've already started. 4 years and we're already back at
it. So look, I've brought you together for our first couple of guests on the show. Every week we're going to have different people on the show. It could be Johnny, it could be a Man City fan with Johnny, it could be Ed with
if you can find one.
Well, a Man City fan. Well, I've got one. I've got one on tomorrow.
If you can find one
tomorrow. So so there are fans out there. There are City fans out there.
When I say find one, I mean one that's not a hologram.
I think if this 115 charges were to take place, then they'd probably all go back to Chelsea fans. But that's now that's actually another thing I want to touch on because you see, like this, at the moment, there's a lot of talk with City now bringing in a lot of players. I think they've brought in like 4 players since January now. Is it 4?
4 or 5.
I overheard on TalkSport that why is it that if these 115 charges are still in there, why have they not been? And they're still buying players? Why has no one been told about it? Why have we not been like, bit like, oh, okay, they've won their cases, they've done that, because it's still there. So why are they being able to buy players? Johnny, I want your thoughts on this.
We don't know what the charges are, do we? This is the problem, and this has been going on a while now. So I'm not sure. Whilst I'm no expert, but I think whilst it's still open, they can do what they want until it goes to obviously the FA and whoever needs to look at it. But like I say, I don't know what's going on. These charges have been there a long, long time, and there seems to be no movement on it.
Has it been like 2 years now, isn't it? Has it been 2 years?
More than that, actually.
Oh, God. We're going back to like 2021, 22.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I don't know what the situation is, to be honest, when it comes to...
obviously, when I get this City fan on tomorrow, I am going to be asking exactly the same questions, but I just want other people's thoughts on it, like how...
I swear the R. Kelly trial was quicker than this one.
Well, yeah. He had 115 bottles of lube in his bathroom.
No, that's Diddy. I said R. Kelly.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, yeah, that's Diddy, yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah. I'm the music guy here.
Yeah. So, Ed, what's your thoughts on this, though? Because teams like, when you see teams like Forest and the likes of Everton and that getting penalised for stuff like this, and it just seems to be like, okay, it's done, that's it. There's no talk about it. It's just swept under the carpet. But when it comes to City, they just seem to be allowed to do what they want.
Saudi owners. That's pretty much the answer.
Well, is it?
Look, you got that oil money. You could probably bribe those juries and judges, so the trial gets delayed even further.
But it's that kind of stuff that then we look at and we go, oh, the football's done, isn't it? We might as well just go, oh, there's no... Anyone can just do what they want now.
Well, I think it's only for certain clubs that they've got all the money, they've got all the power. So where the other clubs like Everton And Forest, like, with all due respect to them, they're still following the rules. And
Yeah, I don't, I wouldn't look at the size of the club. I think if you look at like Glasgow Rangers a few years ago when they were demoted due to, I don't know, their financial situation and whatever, they became effectively a new club. But, I want to look at, because Man City are a big club and they've won all this, I still think if they're guilty, they'll be have the book thrown at them, regardless of who's in charge there. But like I said, we
really,
don't know.
if they do get found guilty, all the trophies they've won, they've got to give them to the other teams that went behind them. So
I don't know about that. Rangers kept theirs. So I don't know. I don't know.
See, Johnny was just quick to go in there. Then we know we probably
Well,
own about two of them.
no, I don't think we would. I think if Man City gave up their tray, I still don't think we win one.
Yeah.
Oh no, we might win the Carabao Cup. They beat us in that, didn't they? That was it. Yeah, the final.
Yeah.
yeah,
Might have that. We don't know. We only win big trophies these days, James. So.
I just don't like the simple fact that everyone has been left in the dark with it a little bit. I mean, if it had been any other team, I think they would have got it sorted straight away. But then it's like when I was listening to TalkSport, when if someone's going on the jury or someone's like done something wrong, or he's still allowed to go out and go to the shop or buy milk or do whatever he wants until that court day.
Yeah. So I think that's what's happening now. There's a lot of charges, though, isn't there? So I don't know what they are. Like
I've only heard that there's only one case, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's to me, it seems like a bit of the FA and the Premier League have put themselves in a bit of a muddle here with City.
Well, something's got to happen soon, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's just become a bit pathetic how it's all just rolled out a little bit.
You're right.
But look, moving on from City, because we'll talk a lot about City tomorrow. I want your thoughts, Johnny. Have Arsenal lost their chance to win the Premier League?
here we go.
Have they lost their chance to what? Win the Premier League?
Premier League, yeah.
What do you mean by
as in like the past few seasons? Do you think that's it now? Do you think because I think a lot of talk now is there's going to be a lot more teams fighting for that first spot next season. It isn't just going to be a two-horse race.
Very simple. You've got to buy right. You've got to spend correctly. And I look at who you're going for. Is it Sesko and Gyökeres?
Yeah.
These are the wrong players for you. And I'm being deadly serious. You want players like Chris Wood. This is a man. You put the ball in his head, it's in. 25 goals a season. You're buying on this Gyökeres. I mean, he's had one good year, isn't he? In a farmers league in Portugal. Let's be honest. Yeah, it wouldn't really fuss me if you got him. Sesko, I don't know much about, but you want proven goal scorers. I watched Jermaine Defoe last night in this charity game. Yeah,
I watched him as well. He was class, weren't he?
Yeah, and look at something like Tevez, right? These are I know they're playing celebrities and stuff, but Chris
Just
Wood,
a quick mention to Tevez. United will probably end up trying to sign him.
Probably would surprise me at 55 years old, whatever old he is. But yeah, no. To answer your question, no, I think you finish in second the last 3 or 4 years. You either finish below it or above it, but you've got to buy right. And if you're not buying a striker, I don't think you're going to win the league. You need someone who's going to score goals.
Fine, it's something we agree on.
From a Tottenham fan, you need someone who's going to score goals for you.
Yeah,
and I don't think Gyökeres is the answer. I think you need a proven goal scorer. A man's going to put in the back.
Do you think the same, Ed? Do you think the same?
Right. Well, neither Gyökeres or Sesko would have been my first choice. My first choice would have been Isak because I think he's the best striker in the league at the minute. Mm-hmm. However, you're not going to get Isak right at this present moment in time because they've just won their trophy. Like he's going to be like they've held him down with a contract. So we're not getting him. So it's either going to be Gyökeres or Sesko, and pretty much I'm literally just get anyone, literally anyone at this point. I don't care who it is as long as they can get the goals in the net. I don't care who it is, just bring someone in.
Yeah,
it could be Chris Wood. It could be Chris Wood. They have to
obviously look a lot harder than just bring anyone in because I think it goes a lot deeper than what now We've had like what 5 years without a main striker.
Can I just say, it looks like with Arteta, he wants to win without a striker. I think he's trying to prove a point here. And
This
it's
is
not
what I
really
said
working.
before. Yeah,
It's not really
Well, he's tried it
working.
for 2 years. It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working. And finishing
but you
second's
say that
great.
it's not working, but then again, you just have winning leagues doesn't just base off your main striker. You know,
Um,
it's
no, but you need goals all round, and I think you've got
yeah.
that. But you haven't got anyone who can put in the back. I mean, you can't. Is it Mikel Merino you had up front the other day?
Moreno.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he was just a bit. He was because he's a
He's not your
midfielder, isn't
answer.
he? So
He's not your answer. Who was the last?
yeah,
The last striker you had, proper striker, and he wasn't really a striker, but was Aubameyang
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
and Lacazette. Those were your
Yeah.
main two, and you got rid of them because he didn't. Obviously, Arteta had an issue with Aubameyang,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think you need a striker. I really do, and I'm
So
not.
we're all in agreement on that.
To be honest,
No,
I'm
but
not gonna lie.
if we're saying if we were to buy this striker, this main striker, whoever it may be, can Arsenal win the league?
Well, let's just say, as Ed said there, Isaac signs. Just as it's not going to happen, but if he does, you have a stronger chance of winning the league and pushing Liverpool or City with an extra 20 plus goals a season. That's
Yeah,
it.
because my thing is, when you're going for a league title to win it, you need a 30 goal a year striker at least. Look at Thierry Henry. Like we won the leagues like multiple
The
times.
league was a lot different back then, though. I mean,
I
if
know,
you'd
but
put this,
still, but
I mean, the argument that I had,
Thierry Henry. That's a 30 goal year. That's a 30 goal year striker.
like I've
Whatever
had
you
the
think.
argument before of if you bring the Invincible era into this
Yeah,
phase now of the Premier League, it
but
wouldn't be the same.
I look back at Van Persie and think that's a 30 goal year striker. If you're getting a 30 goal a year striker, then you're winning the trophies. Like
It's
not
hard to
just
find a
league.
striker that scores 30 goals in one season these days, though.
Well, average 30.
It's difficult to find 30. I think if you look at someone like Salah, who's a little bit above the
I'm
rest,
probably saying 17 to 20 odd average.
20 at least. Yeah, if you look at 20 at least. I mean, look, we finished 17th and our top scorer got 12, and that was Johnson. He's not even a striker. So it's possible to score goals. The problem is letting him in at the other end. I think there's an issue there. There's no one clinical in your team. There's no clinical player who's going to go, right, I'll get the ball and slam it home. This is the problem. And
Yeah.
to answer your question, I think you may struggle if you don't buy a striker. But I think you've got to buy the correct striker. It's going to be someone who's going to score goals and who's going to turn up and put them away. You're never going to get a Harry Kane. You're never going to get a Salah. But,
No.
I mean,
But someone's better than no one. Someone's better than no one.
Well, I don't know. You don't want to buy a dead donkey, do you? You need to buy someone who's going to.
The other thing that we're going to have, and I think is going to cause problems, is if we do buy a good striker or a striker in general, is Havertz going to be? He's going to kick up a bit of a fuss because he's at the moment he'll just be benched, won't he?
You can ask you, as both Arsenal fans, do you rate Kai Havertz as a player?
I do.
I do as a player, yeah, I do as a
Obviously,
player.
I'm
As
not
a
saying he's the
striker,
main. I'm not saying he's the
probably
main.
not.
He's not the main guy. He's 100% not the main guy. But
Can I ask what you think he does? I'm struggling to see.
all right, so he scores goals. Like obviously not the 10 plus we want. Granted,
Yeah.
he does a lot of unseen work off the pitch. Works really hard. Like as you know when you say team player. So I think as a team player, I think he's a very good player.
But you're 1-0 down, 20 minutes to go. If you're bringing on Havertz, the opposition not going to go, oh my God, Havertz is on. They'll be like, oh,
No,
it's
of course
only
not.
Havertz.
Of course not.
This is the problem. You need somebody who's clinical.
Would you not agree though that he's been better here at Arsenal than he was at Chelsea?
Well, he scored goals for Chelsea, didn't he? He was all right at Chelsea.
Yeah, but he's had a much better time here. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you think. I don't watch that much of him, but what I do see of him, it's he sort of like fits and starts with him. But there's much better players out there than Havertz.
Of course. Yeah, you won't get no argument from me there.
Yeah, you've got to, I mean, Arsenal really are not renowned for spending, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, recently.
Yeah.
Recently, obviously, I say we can't do it. We just don't do it enough. we just like look at last few winters. Like we bought Declan Rice, we bought Havertz. These are like Declan Rice, 105 million. Dude, I kept saying, I remember you keep saying like 105 million. He ain't worth that. Like he's proven his worth for us. Like he's
Oh, he's
done a lot
proving it
better.
now. I mean, at the time, I think that was a stupid amount of money to buy
Well,
that
that's why
kind
we
of
say
player
Declan Rice. We
from
got him
West
off
Ham as
price.
well. I mean, right, okay, it's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why we say Declan Rice. We got him off price.
Yeah, now we do, but at the
Yeah,
time, you
exactly.
have to look at the figures and go, oh, you know,
Again, you got what? Declan Rice for half price.
That's what we're saying.
yeah, that's the song. Yeah,
That's the song. I'm just quoting the song.
Yeah, I've.
I know you don't. I know you don't
you're
rate.
gonna
I know
say
you
this,
don't rate
Johnny.
Declan Rice. I know you
Listen,
don't.
apart from 2 free kicks against Real Madrid, apart from that, I don't see what he brings for you. What does he? I mean, he doesn't produce for England either. I don't get the hype with him. I don't understand it. I mean, what's he?
He's a holding midfielder, isn't he? So
Or is he though? I don't
yeah, I
know.
would
I
say
mean,
he is. Yeah, I mean,
what
ever since
position
he's
he
come to
plays?
Arsenal, I think he's been a good prospect, and he's made himself aware of what his job is. But you know, at the time, 105 was probably like a lot of money. I mean, you look at the likes of Liverpool now signing on players for 116.
That's a lot of money in it. That's a lot of
Yeah.
money. Yeah, I'm not sure about.
And then going back to the days where Grealish got bought for 100,
100
Yeah,
mil.
you
yeah,
know, and look at
yeah.
where
This is
Grealish is now. Look at where he's got.
He's just
well.
rotting on the bench.
I'll take him though. You'll take him.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think he's actually in talks with Everton at the moment, going to Everton.
Yeah, there, to be honest.
No, I'm pretty certain I saw something on one of my friends sent me something. He said he's in talks with Spurs, so he might go Spurs. I think.
Well, if you go Spurs, then happy days.
Oh,
Like for
Johnny, your mic's
Spurs, you know what I
muted.
mean?
Your
It's
mic's muted, Johnny. There you go.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a Tottenham player, isn't he? You can see it. He's that kind of. He's
we're
got that.
moving on to Tottenham, right? Thomas Frank, newly appointed manager. He wasn't your first pick though, was he, Johnny, to be manager?
Mine.
Yeah.
No, I wanted him before Postecoglou came. I said it all along, and I've always wanted Thomas Frank. I thought he's a great manager, get my words out. Great man manager. I think what he's done for Brentford is unreal, because you look at that Brentford team when they come up, they look like they're going back down. They've not been in the bottom 3 ever since he's taken over. I like his style. I've always wanted him even before Postecoglou. And I was unsure about Postecoglou when we got him, but yeah, he's the right man, 100%.
Do you think do you think he's gonna be better than well, obviously in the league, but do you think he can bring back silverware?
If he's given time and he's given the money with every team, you've got to give him time and money. Yeah. I think Daniel Levy, and we all know this about Daniel Levy, right? He's happy if we get top 4 every year and not win a trophy. That's his mentality. Yeah.
That's what our problem with Kroenke's.
Exactly. They go, get the money in, let's get top 4, everyone's happy. We're as supporters, it don't work like that.
No.
I mean, with the difference with the Cronkies now is that they are backing Arteta a bit now. It's taking them a
Still
while.
bad owners though.
Well, you got to spend money, because you cannot compete.
You have to.
Spend money. And Arsenal and Tottenham, we're not poor. We're not poor clubs. You know, so but you know, we're in a lucky position really, because as teams in London, I mean, lots of foreign players like to play in London. They want to live in London. They have that appeal. Oh, it's London. The wife says, "Oh yeah, London, Chanel." You know, you might think it sounds stupid, but it's true, and I think
it's attracting.
Yeah, and but I actually, I think we're right under Thomas Frank. I really do, and got to give him the money and the players he wants, and that's it.
Yeah. And is there any names that come to mind apart from Jack Grealish that springs to your head that you would want to bring in?
And Buemo I would like. I think he's a very good striker.
What's the deal with that at the moment? Is it because obviously it's a bit of a Man United Spurs thing at the moment, isn't it?
Allegedly, what happened was he was adamant on joining Man United, and no disrespect to any Man United fan, but why? Okay, doing nothing. The domestic league, right?
Yeah.
no. And then obviously Frank's then gone to Tottenham, and he's sort of had his head turned. So obviously Frank said to him, "Look, come and join me at Tottenham." So I think we've held talks with him. 70 million. This is it these days, isn't it? This is what the money is. But yeah, it might be good. I would like to bring in another midfielder and defender because our injury situation is horrific.
Yeah.
Who?
Eze.
Oh, Eze. He's saying Eze from Palace. Yeah, Eze. To be fair, he
There
loves
was
Eze.
talks about Eze coming in, weren't there?
I'm not a great fan of him. I mean, I know Harry likes him, but I'm not a great fan of. I don't know. I prefer Zaha, to be honest.
Oh, Zaha, yeah. Zaha.
Oh, he's over. Well, he's over in Turkey, so
yeah. But I thought he was a better player. And the one that's gone Bayern Munich, is it Elise that went.
Elise, yeah.
Another one. I mean, Eze's a good player, but I'm not so sure about the hype, to be honest. But we'll see. I wouldn't grumble if we signed him, but wouldn't.
But is Solanke not the guy then?
Solanke holds. There's a lot when you go and watch Tottenham live. There's a lot he does off the ball, like you say, what Havertz does, and there's a lot you don't see. He does hold it up well. He makes the runs. The problem is under Postecoglou, you don't cross the ball. It's pass it. You get a player, cross it in the box, he's there, he scores. And it's the same with anyone. You put Chris Wood up there, you put any striker that's a poacher will score those goals. But you need the ball in the box. And Postecoglou didn't play that way. So hopefully now as Frank, he can adapt and get there. But the future's bright for Tottenham. Yeah, I'm happy with the appointment. Yeah. I say this now, we won't finish 17th under him, I can assure you that.
no, you finished 16th.
16th.
You're 16th. Do you think? Yeah. What's your thoughts on the league then? Do you think he's going to do a good job for you? Do you think you can get back into Europe for next? Like obviously after the season after.
So difficult to get into that top four. It's so many teams competing for that. I would say third and fourth spot.
Yeah.
Newcastle, Chelsea, Tottenham. You can put Villa in there, right? I mean, Forest rattled it for a while. There's teams there that it's not easy, but we can't keep dropping points.
Yeah, I mean, for an Arsenal fan, it was brilliant to see. But like you said in the other video, you kind of lifted yourself back up with that trophy, but then it doesn't hide the fact that how bad you was in the league. You have to still go, all right, reality check. We've had our fun. We've done this now. We need to get back to business. And
I don't care how we get into a Champions League. It doesn't bother me at all. If we win it by winning the Conference League and you get in there, it's fine. That's the rules.
I think anyone would have been the same. I think if it had been Arsenal, Ed, would you have been the same if we'd have finished 17th and got into the Champions League by winning the Europa League? You'd still be happy, wouldn't you?
I would. There's different levels to happy. I wouldn't be happy with the way we did it. Like I want to be right up there because that's
You'd be
the
happy with silverware, right?
Well, I mean,
and getting into the Champions League.
Yeah, yes, of course. But 17th though, that's inexcusable, as Johnny said in his video.
Yeah, isn't the whole idea of football and competition winning?
Is winning,
yeah. And keep winning something. You want to be a winning machine. And there's not many teams in the world that are winning machines. Real Madrid are winning machines. Barcelona are winning machine. Man City, Man United, Man United were. But you've got to just...
Liverpool.
Yeah, well, yes. Of course so, yes. I mean, there's lots of teams out there that win, but there's teams there that are on the cusp, and football goes in cycles. And I think, like Man United have had their little era, and now they're going through transition. And I just think it's time for change. And I just really think that you got trophies the way forward. I would bite your hand off to have a week that I had in May again next season. Yeah. FA Cup, it doesn't matter. It's just that atmosphere of winning a trophy. And as you know,
you get that feeling once you've had it. Once you've had it, I mean, like you say, 17 years of not having it, but then when you do get it, you get that buzz about it, and you want to go again.
And this is why, if you look at Sky Sports, always talk about Man United, how bad they are. It's because they're a constant, or they were a constant winning machine. Even under Mourinho, they won the Europa League. Under Mourinho. And they finished second under him.
Is this why, Ed, I'm going to go into you now quickly. Is this why Arsenal are such a banter club? Because of the way we used to win silverware all the time. What Johnny's just passed on with United. Is that why everyone picks on Arsenal a lot?
I believe it is. Yes, I do think there's other reasons. Like we weren't even like before that. So like when it was 89, everyone hated. So like it doesn't matter what we are. Like we're a hated club. Like I've accepted that we're a hated club. Like we're probably up there with like Millwall, like as most hated clubs in London.
I wouldn't put us with Millwall, but like I
Yeah,
would.
but and the way my whole like I watched the move. I want
Johnny, is
like
it because let's put it out there, Johnny? Is it because that you think that Arsenal fans are deluded?
I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the reason why, right? You look at anything in life, you look at Facebook or Instagram, and it's Paddy Power are good for it, where they wind people up, right? As soon as you win a trophy, you're left alone, right? There was times when, when you beat us into second spot in that year and, you walk out in your Tottenham jersey and people are laughing, I finished further in the 2-horse race. Now it's shifting because it's now been, 5 years since you won a trophy.
Yeah.
I think finishing second hasn't helped you either. I think if you finish third and fourth, you'll be all right. But because you finished second, like another 4 times in a row, it makes it worse for you.
Great.
There is, when you, I don't know. I mean, if you look at AFTV, doesn't help you as a club. That does not help. There is a few that is it lead judges. Is it lead judges on there?
Yeah,
too angry.
Judges, yeah.
Too angry. And people look at it just to laugh at him. I mean, there's a lot of that going on there.
Yeah.
But
this is the year. This is the era of social media. I mean, I would say a lot of people, if they do click onto these videos of mine on One Way Football, is they want to see someone getting really angry or getting frustrated.
I'm your guy for that.
Well,
yeah, you're the guy for that. If you keep talking about Shaka and flipping.
Hey, this video's not about him. Let's not even bring him into it because he's not even in the league anymore. Don't even bring him into it.
Granit Xhaka FC. I like that.
No, never call us that again. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, no, it's an ongoing thing, and like you said, probably Johnny is probably correct with it that until we do win something, it's going to probably be an ongoing thing.
Well, he's got another buddy because how many times they called him Carry Kane FC?
Well, yeah, but look, at the end of the day, you can't always. There's only 4 trophies to play for. If you're in the combat for, there's only 4 to play for. None of them are easy to win. There's a big thing about winning trophies, but what people are forgetting is, like, I'll give you an example. Chelsea are 10 trophies ahead of us, but prior to 2000, we were ahead of them. So only in the last 20 years they've taken over, where Daniel Levy started our club. We was ahead of Man City by 10 trophies as well. So there is trophies there. It's just they were a long time when we won them. So people are going, we haven't won any trophies. We have, and but winning that one can break the cycle. So the only way you ban the club and any team that gets banned is because you're not winning anything and you're constantly finishing second. That's probably what it is. It don't, like I said, it doesn't help with.
When we were finishing 4th as well.
What? Sorry.
When we were finishing 4th.
But when we was finishing 4th, we were still winning like FA Cups and stuff. So
so under Wenger, you were getting into the Champions League. The problem with Arsenal, and I said it 3 or 4 years ago, you've got no pedigree in Europe.
Yeah,
you've got no pedigree in Europe.
Yeah.
It's the same amount of Champions League finals as Tottenham.
Yeah.
So Arsenal, slack Tottenham off all the time. But you've been to the same amount of finals, which is one.
Yeah.
We've won more.
Actually, two. Actually, two.
2 you have not Champions League finals. You haven't.
No, we've each got a Champions League final. We've each got a Europa League final.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Only difference is only difference.
Champions League finals as Tottenham, and then the year we lost Liverpool, you lost to Chelsea.
Yeah. Well, we got far off worse with that.
Well, yeah. So what I'm saying is, you need a pedigree. There's no Man United have a pedigree in Europe. Liverpool have a pedigree in Europe. City are just about getting a pedigree in Europe.
Yeah.
Chelsea had a pedigree in Europe for years, and you keep winning these European trophies, and this is where it is. It's all about that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all about that. Having that pedigree and will to win.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Arteta's the right man for you. He's been there now 5 years, 6 years.
5 years, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, like,
I'm a Tottenham fan, but For you, I'm not so sure if he's the right man. The problem is
He's definitely got to win something next season. He has to. It's
Well,
that
we
he's
said
just
that.
made.
We've been saying that the past 2 seasons, James.
yeah. Can I ask you a
Well,
question?
yeah, no, but I think this is deadlock now. I think this is time.
Last year was his
You've hit,
last one for me. What's that saying? 3 strikes, you're out. It's been 3 strikes. So why is he getting the
Well,
fourth one?
yeah, but then we go back to Tottenham's fine example. They've just won a trophy. They've sacked their manager straight away. That's
yeah.
after the 2 years of being there. You still have to give a manager a chance, I think. All right,
5 years is more than
yeah.
enough of a chance.
Klopp didn't win his first trophy
Oh, for
until
fuck's sake.
no,
Okay,
no, 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 no. But I'm
no, that is
saying that
deluded. That is deluded. Stop comparing
no,
Mikel Arteta to
no.
Jurgen Klopp.
But then
Well,
after that, then after he did win something, then how long did he have after that? After that 5 years.
Jurgen Klopp is better than Mikel Arteta. You won't hear
But then
any.
5 years of him didn't win when he didn't win anything.
who Klopp?
Until he won his first trophy, he had 5 years at that club.
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? Are you
Well,
hearing this?
But you're saying that Klopp was the better manager at the time.
That not at the time, overall, like all time.
No,
let's
what
be
I'm not. I'm talking about the 5 years before Klopp won anything at Liverpool. He didn't win nothing. And after that 5 year drought, he won. Was it the Europa League? Did he win the Europa League or? I think he won the
Champions.
Europa League.
he
Like
won
when
the
he got
Premier.
to the final of the Europa League, didn't he? He lost it.
He won the Premier League.
He won the Premier League. That was after 5 years,
No,
weren't it?
yeah, he won the Champions League. That was against Tottenham as well.
Yeah, 2019.
So
Then he
that
won
would,
the league in 2020, the
Yeah,
COVID year.
yeah. So he
yeah.
was there 5 years and didn't win nothing. So I'm comparing the 5 years of Arteta not being there to Klopp.
Mikel Arteta is not Jurgen Klopp.
Well,
Well,
no, but
Jurgen Klopp was managing a better side. Let's be honest. I mean, Jurgen Klopp's
Of
a
course,
manager.
of course, of
yeah.
course he
You
was.
So he's
I
better.
mean,
So yeah, they going off of what the team was. Yeah. So now our team is what we're saying is our team isn't as good as Liverpool's team.
It never was.
no,
Never
never.
wasn't.
No, there's a
No, it
lot of
never
teams
has
that
been. No.
have been as good as Liverpool over the last few years.
Yeah.
And you got to give him
You
some
have to give
credit.
a manager a chance. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
How
Klopp
long do you
came
give him?
in and didn't win nothing for five. Yeah, but Klopp did it the same. Klopp came in and
Forget
didn't
Klopp.
win anything.
How long has he been in charge now? 5, 6, 6. Is this year 6 now for Arteta?
Where was 2019? That was 6 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. For 6 years.
So it's
He's
6 year.
won one FA
So
Cup,
that's
which
6 now, technically.
Emery's Cup, really.
Well, it was half a year, so it was 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Emery's team that also won that FA Cup, by the way.
To come a stage as supporters where you go, well, we keep finishing second here. We're getting knocked out by Man United in the FA Cup. We got done by the eventual winners, PSG.
Let's put it this way then. Let's put it this way. If Ange was at Tottenham
Yeah.
and he's finishing second every year,
Yeah.
right? But then it came to his 5th year and then you won the Europa League, right? In the
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
Would you be like, let's keep him?
Would I keep him?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
The
that's
whole
what I'm
idea is-
saying. So
But
after this 5th year now, if he wins something, then yeah.
No, I still want Mikel Arteta gone. I'd rather go get Simeone.
who would you?
Simeone
let's
ain't
say-
going to come to the Premier League.
Well, Berta came. So I'm thinking if it doesn't go well, which I'm hoping not, I hope it does go well. But since Berta's here now, he might
I
be
don't know
able
who's
to.
the more deluded. I think you're the tie. This is like AFC.
I'm
You're
the
the
tie.
tie.
No,
and
I'm the
you're
tie. You're the one saying that Mikel Arteta better than Jurgen Klopp.
Hang
No,
on.
I'm not saying he's better. I'm saying he's had the same amount of time until he won his first trophy.
No, I'm the real one here. You're the tie. You're the frick. I'm Turkish. You're Thai. I'm Turkish. You're Thai. I'm the one with the beard here.
Just show them that's the champions of Europe. Just show them that, then they can argue over that. Then.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Before we end this video, very quickly, I'm going to go to Johnny, then Ed.
Okay.
Johnny, your top 4 for next season.
Right.
Oh, wait. Before you say that, don't say Tottenham second because last time you did, that didn't go well for you.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
Top 4.
So start from 4th and then work your way up.
4th upwards. 4th, Chelsea.
Right, Chelsea. We've got Chelsea in there, locked in.
So, 3rd, I'm going to go Arsenal.
Oh, dropped down a bit. Okay. All right.
2nd, I'm going to go Man City because they
Man
can't have a
City,
worse
yeah.
season than they had. And they came with a little late run at the end of the season. And I think Liverpool win it again. I think Tottenham 5th, Newcastle 6th.
Why not Tottenham first, please?
Why not Tottenham first? Well,
Your father's being a realistic. Realistic.
Fifth place and will quarterfinals of the Champions League, win the FA Cup. How's that? There you go.
Oh, and the FA Cup. All right then, Ed. Very quickly. You've got top
All
four,
right.
fourth, and
Okay,
then up.
fourth is Villa.
Oh, Villa.
Villa? Jesus. Oh, God. Sorry, go on.
All right. Third is Arsenal. I'll agree with you on that.
All right. Okay.
And then second Man City, and then first Liverpool.
We agreed on the top 3. Where are you getting Villa there? What evidence? You're telling me they're better than Chelsea and they're better than Newcastle?
No, I'm just like, well, you didn't think Nottingham Forest were gonna shoot up like they did.
This happens. The Leicester season, Nottingham Forest had a good little run and they finished up in the Conference League. That's great for them, little Diddy club. But no, not a little Diddy club. They're not. They're European champions. But you can't put Villa. You can't put Villa in there. Again, no.
Okay, well, if you're gonna, okay, well,
in them.
Okay, well, they don't have the for them. Let's say, okay, maybe Chelsea then. Let's say Chelsea then.
Is
that more? Is that the same?
So we're pretty much the same, really.
Yeah,
you are the same.
Okay, I will say though, if Arsenal do sign the prolific striker, I will change it to second.
So you
second again?
No, I'm still saying third. I'm right at this present moment in time. The striker comes in though, we'll finish higher.
So if you've got a striker that's going to score you 25 goals, you still don't think you're going to win the league?
Liverpool's team are too good.
Well, are they though?
No, I think Liverpool's team are too good. Like we've all just agreed Liverpool's teams are better than us, right?
But
the last season was rubbish in the whole site of this last season was completely.
Yeah, it wasn't a great league, was it?
They just signed Wirtz as well.
It was dim. You have to admit, it was dim. Like even with the top 6 weren't even up there. Yeah, United were right down there. Tottenham were right down there. I think Liverpool really did get lucky with some of them games.
Yeah, but they won at the right times, didn't they? And again, if you're a winning machine, you know how to find a way to win.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But can they keep this going? This is what I'm saying. Is because I see Robinson's going to be leaving. He's being looked in. A lot of their players are going to be going.
Not a big loss.
Yeah. Well, look, listen, lads, we've got to end it there because time is running out. Thanks for both of you coming on the.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it as always.
Match Week Madness. We're going to do one of these every week. Could be different people on. I'll get in touch with you guys. See what days you can make it. And thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video if you haven't already. And we shall see you very, very shortly. Cheers, lads.
Real quick, shout out. My new song's out Friday. So
shout out to your new song. I'll put the link in below.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
All right then. All right. Cheers, lads.
You got a trophy. Show the trophy.
And you got a trophy. You got a trophy as well. Done, Harry. Well done.
That's Plymouth.
It's for the bottle just for Arsenal.
On that note, thank you very much.